field is holding, or the field is rewriting what your body can hold. Ashe.
Impossible, standing at the end, sun is telling me, oh my, oh let it level up, on major grand, rise supreme, golden standard, tap it, power alpha, omega ranger, watch your mouth, my heart, hear you through the ether, big step, on these demons in danger, the earth will change, you better for worse, I'm a chain breaker, but for real though, rest in peace, that owed you a stranger, really don't care anymore, really don't, I'ma make a banger, took me a while to learn to walk and talk, to stay for myself, now I'm a leader, the four planetary structure, hold me through this distortion, psychological operations, tried to cage it, but you so over it, always doing the most, not doing enough, come to find out you a hater, kiss my ass off the merciful God, see you later, ignorance isn't cute, bitch, use a traitor, betrayer, not just yourself, the gray mother source, no wonder you can't feel, no wonder you locked out, no wonder you can't tell what is real, you combat full spirit and highly favored, I'm more than finding brave, going major, I can do all things inside me is great, rolling, yeah. He had it again, gone over and over, mission impossible, standing at the end, sun is telling me, oh my, oh let it level up, on major grand, rise supreme, golden standard, tap it, power alpha, omega ranger, watch your mouth, my heart, hear you through the ether, big step, on these demons in danger, the earth will change, you're better for worse, I'm a chain breaker, but for real though, rest in peace.
I can already tell tonight about to be lit. I can already tell.
I can
already tell. Woo-woo. Wish you well, can you tell? Ooh, about my shell. Already tell. Wishful villain character. You traitor.
The gray mother source, no wonder you can't feel, no wonder you locked down, no wonder you can't tell what is real, you copped out, dropped out, living in a drought, ouch, no slouch, these weak, limp energies, I will not care, I stand in full spirit and highly favored, I'm more than finding brave, going major, I can do all things inside me is great, he had it again, going over and over, mission impossible, standing at the end, sun is telling me, oh my, oh let it level up, on major grand, rise supreme, golden standard, tap it, power alpha, omega ranger, watch your mouth, my heart, hear you through the ether, big step, on these demons in danger, the earth will change, you're better for worse, I'm a chain breaker, but for real though.
Still standing at the end. That's you, big stepper. Yeah, the field is rewriting what your body can hold. Welcome, Mama Rose. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is. You know what it is. Hold on, I'm going through some of this music. Oh, we're gonna play this one called Sofa.
I'm going through a wormhole, feeling like a winter soldier came out the Cold War. Gotta keep it moving, faith heaven bound forward. Who got the power? We got the power. Let's go. Solar power out. Yeah, we getting higher. Elevate my soul, spirit lit on fire. Feeling limitless, weightless, feeling lighter. Rainy days becoming sunny. My light is so much brighter. I'm learning to love. Used to be a fighter. Way too much energy wasted. Used to get tired. Now I'm retired. Living my dreams, attracting, loving my loving desires. I'm creating love, space mobile, legends never die. I shout it to my soul fam, new emperor on the rise. Shout out to the faithful few that I admire. Pray you hear the song and your soul catch fire. The song of love on the radio. Praying spirit take control. Let it go, let it go. Let your soul catch on fire, fire flames from the Holy Ghost. Yo, let's Listen, I already know, blind bandit cannot see, so let it flow, let it go. Very fertile, everything I touch, I turn to gold. The alchemy melody 44, healing in your heart, feel it deep in your soul. I know, waking the sleeping giant, hear me roar out the Cold War. We taking back our freedoms and all these evil entities that gotta go. I'm learning to love, used to be a fighter. Way too much energy wasted, used to get tired. Now I'm retired, living my dreams, attracting love and my loving desires. I'm creating love, space, mobile legends never die. I shout it to my soul fam, new emperor on the rise. Shout out to the faithful few that I admire. Pray you hear the song and your soul catch fire. The song of love, radio, praying, spirit take control. Let it go, let it go. Let your soul catch on fire, fire flames from the holy home. Welcome divine beings of the cosmos. This is King Chains. I know I can't be there in person, but I send you my love. I say, and your soul catch on fire. Yeah. The song of love, radio, praying, spirit take control. Let it go. Let your soul catch on fire, fire flames from the holy God. Sing this song of love, radio, praying, spirit take control.
Grand Soul Star rising.
Catch on fire, fire.
The field is alive. The field is intelligent. The field is alive. The field is rewriting what your body can hold. And let me tell you, yeah, your body can hold. You know what I'm saying? You're doing good. Listen, this eclipse corridor enters the emotional body and the living light reorganizing the network. And what has been healing quietly is preparing to move. Shizzle. You guys are awesome. Yeah, that was called Soul Flame. Yeah. Tap in. Grand Soul Star rising. Planetary stewards, original guardians, harmonic light beings, quantum technicians, big steppers, and every beautiful motherfucker who has been standing there lately thinking something is different. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, just different. Like the atmosphere is different. Your emotional body is different. Your relationship with time feels different. Your tolerance for bullshit is definitely different. Your relationship with your own past is different. Things that used to excite you might suddenly feel strangely empty. Things that used to trigger your ass might just walk right through the front door. Look around you and realize nobody fucking lives there anymore. And then something you thought you healed 12 years ago might suddenly rise through your chest like it happened yesterday. The contradiction is important because we have entered a very peculiar section of this eclipse corridor, and I don't want you interpreting every emotional fluctuation as regression. Some of you are not going backwards. Your capacity is expanding. And when your capacity expands, the system starts showing you what it could not safely process before. The break in the old continuation. And now we are moving towards the emotional side of this corridor, which means some of what was structurally disturbed is beginning to move through the body. Not philosophy, not a fucking Instagram quotes, not what you intellectually understand. Your body, it's a different intelligence. Your memories, your attachments, your grief, your nervous system, your relationship with safety. You know, today we had, I think it was 13 C-class flares and an M-class flare. Damn. It was random, but that's crazy. Your relationship with receiving, and your relationship with authority, and your relationship with being seen. You could say I released that. That's cool, but did your body release it? You can understand forgiveness intellectually and still have your shoulders tightened when somebody says a particular name. Like you're literally breathing changes. You can understand sovereignty and still feel guilty every time you disappoint somebody. Like, damn. You can understand boundaries and still feel like you're doing something wrong when you say no. You can understand that the old chapter is over while some cellular parts of you still standing in the old house waiting for somebody to come back. And that is what this corridor can expose. Not because something has gone wrong, but because consciousness is reaching places that your intellect couldn't fucking negotiate with. Some of you may feel the goodbye before you know what you're saying goodbye to. This was one of the strongest pieces in today's field. You might experience emotion without immediately having a story for it. It could be a strained sadness, a heaviness, or unexpected cry. A feeling of loss, a memory suddenly becoming so vivid, a dream bringing back somebody you haven't thought about in years. A wave moving through you that doesn't seem connected to anything happening today. And the immediate human instinct is why? Why am I feeling this way? What happened? What does this mean? Did I fuck something up? Am I regressing? Am I going backwards? No. Sometimes the body completes something before the conscious mind understands what's being completed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome, Melissa. Yeah, we here, the whole gang here. Mama Rose, Jen. Oh, we here. I just want to say you're not going backwards. Because your ass can feel, okay? That is a different conversation. Some of you spent years surviving by needing to understand everything. You had to read the room, read the face, the energy, the environment, predict what was coming, calculate the next move, keep your head on a swivel, fucking all the time. And now you're entering a stage where everything cannot be processed through surveillance. Sometimes the emotional body needs permission to move, without the mind standing over it with a clipboard. Crying without constructing a mythology around the tear. Rest without calling yourself lazy. Feel without making the feeling your identity. Let something leave without chasing it down the fucking driveway asking, wait, what were you teaching me? Come back. Motherfucker, let it go. Some lessons don't need another fucking abandonment. Sometimes completion is the lesson. This is the higher frequency and it is pressing on lower information. And that can create a lot of pressure. Ooh, Casey. Because when you increase the amount of coherence a system can holding it, anybody can bust, but can you hold it? Can you sustain it through cycles? And I know I'm with people that can. Almost, you're so consistent, it's irritating. You're trustworthy. Stewards. Gotta stay focused. Like, listen. Because when you increase the amount of coherence a system can hold, incoherence becomes easier to detect. That's another fucking reason why a lot of you prophets and fucking angels need to fucking walk around your fucking city. I'm getting that feeling. It's time. Hermit. Hermetic. This applies internally and externally. Things you have tolerated because you were exhausted suddenly become intolerable. Like, nope. Nope. Not dealing with it. Like, nope. Like, your whole body rejects it. Damn. Things you tolerated before, zero fucking tolerance. Patterns you called personality start looking like survival mechanisms. Relationships you maintain through obligation becomes very obvious. Oh my god, I want some of that apple pie. Welcome, Divine Goddess. Oh, we here. You see through the bullshit, bro. Your molecular structure is organized. Everything is organizing. Your environment, relationships, all these things are organizing because you have centered yourself. Okay. Big step up. And you're just peeping game, bro. Environments you could once function inside start feeling noisy as hell. And an old emotional programming can become louder immediately before you finally recognize it. Sadness, fear, envy, anger, jealousy, loneliness, guilt, shame, the desire to be acknowledged, the need to prove yourself, the fear that you have not loved, the fear that you're not accepted, the fear that if you become completely yourself, somebody will leave. Look at it. Not to worship it, not to build a house around it, but look at it so it can stop running the fucking timeline from under the ground. Okay? Because unconscious programming is a thing, and it is extremely dangerous. It's dangerous precisely because it doesn't announce itself. It calls itself things like, that's just how I am. It calls itself intuition. It calls itself being realistic. It calls itself what always happens to me. Meanwhile, an old wound has been sitting behind the control panel for 15 years. This corridor is turning the lights on in the control room. Hello, like kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Damn, you're seeing it. You seen it. You see it. 10:33. You're gonna realize that a waking up ain't enough. After the waking, you have to rise. A lot of you have done that. That's doing the work. The Diamond Gateway is an internal event first. You understand? This is why I keep bringing you back to your internal establishment. Because you can talk about grids, portals, Solaris, central sun, diamond light, crystalline architecture, organic timelines, and harmonic networks all damn day. And yes, it is orgasmic and I fucking love it. But let me tell you something. But if your inner world is completely fucked up and disorganized, what exactly are you anchoring? This is where the planetary stewards mature. Every one of us are maturing. You have stopped outsourcing the entire spiritual experience. You have become aware that you are the gateway. The gateway is not merely something happening above your head. The gateway becomes something your conscious can fucking hold. Your body becomes involved. Your nervous system becomes involved. Your relationships, everything is involved. Your finances, your physical environment becomes involved. All this shit. Because the organic timeline cannot remain a concept. Eventually it needs a human address. And that address is you. You are living light. Living light is information. Instruction. What do you think? Ooh. I almost had like a verbal spasm. I was about to go in on plasma, bro, but I stopped myself. I used to go in, bro. Non-local intelligence, plasma, liquid light. Within the spiritual framework, the living light is information. Instructions, pattern, organization, a command towards coherence. And whether you interpret that cosmically, spiritually, psychologically, somatically, or all the fucking above, the practical question remains, what happens when new information enters the old system? The system has to reorganize. You're staying centered while that's happening. Do you hear me, Commander? That's why transformation can initially feel disruptive. Like you ask for peace and suddenly everything built around your lack of boundaries starts collapsing. You ask for authenticity and suddenly you can't perform the old personality anymore. Wonder why meaningless activities become unbearable? Because you ask for purpose. Yes, you stepping into purpose. You don't want to wander and lollygag. You want to move with intentions. You suddenly, every place you abandon yourself becomes very visible. Why? Because you started asking for love. And suddenly, you ask. That is the great recalibration. The living light doesn't only make you glow. You, what am I still doing here? That's light too. Okay? The original blueprint is becoming louder than the conditioning. The original blueprint is becoming louder than the bullshit. Your signal is becoming louder than the noise. Higher masters, hear this carefully. You may be discovering that your deepest transformation isn't becoming somebody new. It's becoming increasingly incapable of pretending you are somebody that you are clearly not. 22, 22, 23, 33. That's different because underneath that fucking accumulated conditioning, underneath the trauma responses, and underneath the roles and the family expectations and the identities you created to remain acceptable. Did you know acceptable is a limp ass thick energy, bro? Did you know that's barely at the heart? There is an organizing intelligence that existed before that whole ass performance. That's what a lot of you are tapped into. The original blueprint. Call it soul architecture, source intelligence, organic signal. Something underneath the noise remembered how to organize itself. And lately, that signal is getting loud. Which is why some of you have become much quieter externally. You don't have to announce every revelation anymore. You don't have to explain every fucking move. You don't have to tell what you're building. You don't need 15 witnesses before trust what you know. That isn't isolation. That is maturing. The signal becomes strong enough that it stops requiring constant external confirmation. And time feels fucking weird. My time dilation is, I don't even know, bro. Feels slow, then fast, then non-existent. A month will disappear. Then you got things that happened last month that feel like last lifetime. Last year feels like another lifetime. Because identity is one of the primary ways human beings organize time, and when the identity reorganizes, reorganizes. What do you think this whole talk about crystalline this, crystalline that, when it reorganizes? Hold on. Relationships reorganize, your identity reorganizes, the economy reorganizes, your mama. When your actual identity reorganizes. There's people that only know the old version of you. A lot of it's family too, because it's the root. Find as you ascend. That's all I wanted to say. That, and you guys are fucking awesome. Okay, be patient. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Your relationships with your own timeline reorganizes. That's what's happening when in your anchor station centered. That's what's causing the reorganization. The person who experienced something may no longer feel like the person standing here, and yet the body remembers. So pieces of your history can surface, and not necessarily because you are being dragged backwards, but because your present consciousness finally has enough capacity. That word is powerful. Capacity, bro. You know, I'm gonna use a small way that I can explain it. Even for me, Corey, you're a teacher. Yeah, you wanna, yeah, but I gotta stop being a bitter bitch. I gotta learn to be open. I gotta learn to be available. I have capacity. I gotta fucking open my heart. These are things you can't buy at Walmart. So when I say capacity, it's a strong word, because you can have all the fucking intellect in the world, but you don't have the fucking capacity to sit your ass still and not self-destruct. Going through the time continuum. Capacity is a big deal, because we got a lot of people with good intentions. They're good people. It ain't about your identity. It ain't about good or bad. Now it's about, planetary shit. You gotta have capacity. You gotta be trustworthy. You gotta fucking... Despite it all, it took non-local will. It took you being greater than your environment. It took you being greater than the circumstance. You greater than the atomic structure. You developed a divine will. A will that said, I don't give a fuck what it says. You locked the fuck into a non-local intelligence, bro. This ain't from a book, bro. This is me speaking from my spirit, dude. You tapped into a non-local aspect of you. You developed yourself. You're developing yourself. That's fucking what's up, bro. That's why you don't panic. You let the wave move, and you stay present, stay embodied, and you stay curious, because the body may simply be emptying an old room. And it fucking feels good, because the masculine and feminine, we're not fighting. You're not fighting yourself. Strong polarity conversation. Not men versus women, not gender war bullshit. I'm talking principles, structure, and receptivity, direction and intuition, fucking penetration and containment, movement and rest, decision and gestation, discipline and surrendering. That could be in every breath, bro. For a long time, survival can make these internal principles dysfunctional. The masculine becomes dominant. The feminine becomes passive. The masculine becomes aggressive. The feminine becomes avoidance. The masculine becomes relentless productivity, and the feminine becomes emotional flooding. Neither is sovereignty. The emerging architecture asks for cooperation, minimum. Planetary stewards, minimum. The masculine creates enough structure for the feminine to feel safe enough to open. There's nothing more attractive when someone opens up to you. Because you could be in a room with a woman, but being in a room with a woman who feels safe and opens up to you, that's a wholly different type of woman. That's a whole different type of woman. I'm speaking from experience, bro. Some of you walk into a gas station and you create that atmosphere just with your presence. People feel coherent, seen, heard, felt. You organize because you're organized. And you're in balance. The masculine creates enough structure for the feminine to feel safe enough to open. The feminine provides enough sensitivity that the masculine doesn't become a machine. One says, I will build the container. The other says, I will make sure the container remains alive. God has said it. There's nothing more attractive than a man who makes you feel safe. Jen said it. Feminine restores the flow. Flow is everything, bro. Nothing like a good ass flow. Like, damn. The dance. Okay, so now you got the architecture, and now you got the harmonic intelligence, and now you've got something capable of carrying a greater current. Yes, more light, currents, like literally electricity, like a whole currency, a circuit board, like fucking Mario Kart, without burning itself to the fucking ground. Congratulations, big step up. And after all that internal work, the horizon starts getting bigger. This is where today's message becomes beautiful, because we're not just processing emotions forever. We're not healing forever. We're not purging forever. We're not sitting in Eclipse corridor until we're 87 years old talking about another fucking shadow. Eventually you live, and some of you can already feel that happening. That your imagination is returning, that curiosity is returning, ideas, creativity, your desires, and you might suddenly want to travel, build something, rearrange, change your style, your taste. Things are reorganizing, and let the universe reorganize. We trust the universe, right? Trust the universe. Yo, ain't nobody do it like you, because right now it ain't a matter of performance, bro. It ain't a matter of productivity, because you can get it done. I was about to show my face, but now we're good. I feel it. Come on. The anticipation is strong. Damn body. Damn. The field is intelligent. The universe is intelligent. The field is intelligent. Be patient, because it's organizing around your center, your inner innate authority. That's relationships with people, places, things. Everything around you is meeting you where you're at. So you're going to experience a whole bunch of change. It's okay. A lot of it's already happening. You're going to want to travel, meet new people. Healing is not just merely the disappearing of pain. Sometimes healing is the return of possibility. The horizon starts widening again, and maybe the opportunity wasn't late. Maybe you were becoming capable of recognizing it. A lot of you have become more available and capable. Getting that Sag energy. Y'all made some great fucking space for all this. And this is some crazy shit. We are learning to walk inside the reality you spent years building internally. I'm gonna say that again, bro. Because this is where the fucking story begins turning. Like the original CERN, the original turn. You are learning how to walk inside the reality you spent years working in the internal realms. For years. Solar plexus type shit for real. God has said it. You already know. That's the throne room. Hello, the Galactic Center. Trina said it. Green Heart Coherence. We got the whole gang here. We lit. Healing, watching, learning, separating, returning, integrating, breaking patterns, recognizing distortions, and developing, yes, great ass discernment. Great ass discernment. It's not even fair. It stands the fuck so fucking clear out. It screams for attention. It's like a fly. That's why a lot of you are going to be called to walk around the city, and you're going to get paid to do so. I'm going to keep saying it. Yeah, because you're a real ass prophet. Very powerful. 12D. 12D. These nuts. 12D. I haven't played this one yet. This one's called Solar Drip.
It's a frequency, it's a vibe. Let's go. Don't run it hard.
Come on.
It's for my soul tribe. Frequency, it's a vibe.
It's a frequency, it's a vibe.
It's calling on my soul tribe. It's the alchemist, alchemy number the 44. Alchemist, tell us to let it go. Let it go. Power from the soul, power from the body. Connect into the soul, realize. Wake up, oh me, oh my, zombies on the crawl, the lions on the fly, got my wings and my soul is crystallized, and I'm taking
Come on.
all the lies, television getting go, the ego and the pride, listen, oh me, oh my, demons love to hide, persecute the chosen, couldn't if you tried, fuck the matrix, psycho, hydrate my soul will never stop, rise up, top, raise the frequency and vibe. Your soul rocks, I got the most high drip. Waiting for the drops, that's on guard, y'all. Let's go.
Don't run and hide. I do this for my soul child. Oh my god. Let's go.
It's a frequency, it's a vibe. Yes, I'm calling on my soul child.
So
It's the alchemist, alchemy number the 44. Mental alchemist, tell us to let it go. Let it go. Power from the soul, power from the body. Gotta connect to the soul, realize. Wake up. Wake up, on me, on my zombies on the crawl. The lions on the fly. Got my wings and my soul is crystallized, and I'm taking
oh, fuck all the lies.
television getting go. The ego and the pride. Listen, on me, on my demons love to hide. Persecute the chosen, and if you try, fuck the matrix. Psycho, hydrate my soul will never stop. Rise up, Zion to the top. Raise the frequency and vibe. Your soul rocks. I got the most high.
As I am smacked off the
for
governor.
the drops. That's on guard, y'all.
They left the beat open. Why they do this to me? Feel the frequency. Come alive, I'm alive. Couldn't guess when you tried. So electric. Welcome to another electric magnetic service. You're worth it. Pull up to the electric magnetic service. So you ready? So you ready? was a headbanger. Ooh, but pretty pink little girl. They have a girl was out there. No freaky. That's called Solar Drip. Yo, but for real though, be proud of yourself. You guys are sustaining right now. It may not be like, oh, impulse, explosion, oh, it feels so quick, so easy. So nah, what you're doing is you're sustaining life force and consciousness. Yeah, you're holding it. Okay, so it may not be like it wasn't survival, but you're doing it. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me find another song. That like took me to like a place, like it took me somewhere. Love always wins. Oh, shizzle. You know, it really does. Capacity. Because love is light, and you're building capacity to hold more light, more love. The kind of love that is greater than today. The kind of love that is for future generations. The kind of love that is greater than your story. The kind of love that needs devotion. The kind of love that needs hands, that needs feet. The kind of love, the kind of light, non-local divine will that a lot of you had to be fucking first introduced to. Now you're able to share it. That's what a lot of us had to be tempered into. Hold on, I'll pull up a picture. Because you keep returning and you keep building, integrating, you keep breaking patterns and recognizing distortion, you do it innately. You've developed such great discernment. Learning how to hold your own signal without immediately surrendering it to the loudest person in the room. That took time, that took devotion, that took development, that took love. But now something different is happening. That internal architecture is beginning to become stable enough for movement. The hermit is remembering the road. The solar embryo is remembering the sun. The steward is remembering the territory. This is huge, bro. The node is remembering the network. Can y'all feel that signature? And the beautiful part, you're not walking back into the world as a person who disappeared from it. People see you and they see that you can carry more. They see the capacity, the discernment. They see your emotional range. You're more organized, more silent, more authority, more ability to remain centered when the environment isn't. When you clearly don't fit your environment and you're still centered. That's why this particular section of this eclipse corridor matters right now, because something is being cleared emotionally while something else simultaneously is being prepared structurally. Those two processes are about to meet. The heart is clearing enough to carry more truth. The nervous system is learning to carry more current. The mind is widening enough to perceive another horizon. The physical world is being reorganized to support another level of embodiment. And underneath it all, the living light keeps pressing against everything that can no longer occupy you. Not everybody can handle that pressure. So do not confuse pressure with punishment, and do not confuse emotion with failure. Do not confuse stillness with stagnation. Trust me, I had to learn this. Yo, you're so powerful, even you being neutral is amazing. Okay? Your stillness is not stagnation. And don't confuse the disappearance of your old excitement with the disappearance of your fire. Because your fire didn't disappear, it changed jobs. It used to burn just to keep you alive. Now it's learning how to illuminate. And once that fire becomes stable, once the emotional waters stop drowning it, once the masculine and the feminine, the currents, stop fighting over the controls, which it has, once the body realizes that it safely can hold the signal, the next movement begins. Because eventually living light does not remain hidden inside the vessel. Eventually it starts moving through the world. And eventually it starts moving through you. Not as performance, not as an identity. Not because you need everyone to understand what happens to you. The living light moves because the vessel becomes capable of carrying it without constantly leaking it through the fear, through the fucking urgencies, through overreacting, over-explaining, through fucking not people-pleasing, not always proving, not always rescuing and fighting or running. That's not the easiest. It took development. It took a whole Terry for some of us. And that is where some of you are now. The internal work is becoming external architecture. Okay? You have leveled up. Do you fucking hear me? The healing is becoming your behavior. The awareness is becoming the movement. What was once the fucking ceiling is the floor. The signal is becoming structure, as it should have been. You're coming back. The planetary stewards who have spent years learning how to survive their own initiation is beginning to understand why they had to become so fucking stable. 444 planetary. I don't know why you did those numbers. That's divine though. 444 planetary harmonic structure. Speaking of fucking stable, that's why a lot of you are here. Not because ooh, you make me feel good, or ooh, no, you're genuine. Because you have integrity. Because you showed up. Not to me, to the universe. Beautiful Soul Star Majesty, this is where we zoom out. Because you can spend years thinking the entire journey is personal. My healing, my awakening, my trauma, my boundaries, my purpose, my timeline, my nervous system, my gifts, my liberation. And yes, those things matter, but eventually you become stable enough to realize, oh shit, the work happening inside of me affects everything I participate in. My household feels it, my children feel it, my friendships feel it, my business feels it, my creative work feels it, my neighborhood feels it. Every room I enter receives information from the state I'm carrying. You need to know this. This is where we return about something that you're going to see me talk a lot about. It's called the node. A node doesn't have to dominate the network. A node has to maintain its integrity. So keep just being you. Who give a damn? Stay true. Who give a damn, bro? Real love is you being authentically you. Period. Not for real. You have to maintain integrity, and it has to know what signal it carries, and it has to know what information belongs to it. It has to recognize distortion without becoming distortion. It has to remain connected without surrendering its center. A lot of you are top tier, and you thought you were being removed from life. Some of you have been learning how to stop being programmed by every environment you entered. Because how the hell are you going to become a stable node if every room can rewrite you? You feel me? Powerful. Because the network does not begin with everybody agreeing. Are you kidding me? This is where the blue harmonic conversation becomes extremely... The blue harmonic bridge. You guys remember yesterday? Corey, oh my god, where's my crystal beings at? Where they from Vega? Yo, I'm talking to high vibrational beings, bro. Doesn't have to be the people in the room. It could be, more likely, but also could be for the future. A lot of us are gathering because the universe has summoned us. A lot of us don't agree on everything. But you're fucking real. You have a solar center. You have a stable core. The harmonic blue. You're here because the universe trusts you. Kind of like the lantern. Hello. Hello. The green lantern. Kind of like, yeah. Like a lighthouse type shit. Welcome, Melissa. A lot of us are here because it's time. Guardian. The network doesn't begin with everybody agreeing. I don't want you to fucking agree with me. I don't give a fuck if you like all my fucking shit. As long as you fucking understand universal laws and live by it, go fucking do what you gotta do. Real love is letting people go. Real love is like, you know what? I don't gotta fucking get caught up in politics. Be you. We don't have to agree. There's freedom there. That's... Yeah, you can be that motherfucker. You could be that superhero in your Omega suit banging out missions at a yacht party with me while I'm banging out, and we all can be nodes. Okay, that's what humanity is learning, or well, that's what a lot of the nodes are remembering. The main characters are remembering, the architects. Woo woo! This is where the Blue Harmonic conversation becomes important. Free 'em, come on. Gold is establishment. Family, where's the gold on this picture? Please, someone answer me. Where's the fucking gold? 5555 on the time. The gold's in the center, right? That's the galactic center. Okay, every one of you have that first. First of all, you're all of this. Hold on. Damn, bro. Now I gotta show you another picture. Get excited. Okay? This gold Center Santa. This gold right here, the galactic center, is the same center you saw in the blue picture. Please don't make me flashback. That takes a whole 13 seconds. I ain't gonna do all that. Listen. But it's understanding this. Without this, you can't have a network. Without this, you can't connect to the cosmos. Without this, you're playing local, but you're not playing non-local. This is important. You have to establish yourself before we can network with other civilizations. This is what it means to come to Earth. You're developing yourself. From this gold picture right here that I'm about to change, fucking screenshot in your head. Now we get to this picture. Okay. Wow. I see that, Alyssa. Shit, I was given a weird vision once. Come on. Anyways. Now we can cook. Listen, now we're up to the presence of what the fuck I wanted to establish. A lot of you are the gold, okay? You got on your throne. You have a soul retrieval. You went on the fucking hero's journey. You've been standing in your shit, okay? The gold was your establishment, the solar center, the internal authority, the stable core that you've been sustaining, bro. Get it? I got you after too. But the real authority, not authority like control you. No, the authority like I could breathe, I can be me, I can fucking show up in my fullness and not be judged and abused. Mind, body, and soul. Just in general. The real authority. But blue is what becomes possible between established centers. Things like relation, being reliable. Relationships, communications, resonance, harmonic exchange. The field created when sovereign nodes such as yourself begin to recognizing one another without attempting to consume one another. Coming out of the survival, capitalistic, and eating each other. You have a right to establish order like this picture unto yourself. That gold is your kingdom. Now we're working on emperors and empresses and civilizations. I'm talking to the source original beings. This is a completely different civilization model that I'm bringing to your attention, because the old model says who is above and who is below, who controls, who obeys, who gets access, who gets included, who owns the information, who owns the resources, who owns the fucking table. But this harmonic intelligence is asking something else. Can multiple centers remain whole and still create something greater between them? Can you be your most high, your most erected version in the same room with another being who's another? Can two suns occupy the same space? That's network consciousness, not sameness. That is harmony. And harmony does not mean every note is identical. If every instrument played the same note forever, we turn the damn music off. Harmony requires distinction. Different frequencies, functions, and positions. Different gifts, organized relationship. This is why your authenticity matters. The network doesn't need another copy. It needs your note. I ain't trying to get on that type of time, bro. You don't need other people regulating you. What you need is you, because we ain't about to make the same cycle. What we need is for you, bro. Be genuine. If you gotta fucking crash out real quick, guess what? I'm still gonna be here. And then what? What about the day after? There's life after birth. There's life after death. You can't even have life without death. You can't have up without down. Where are you escaping? At some fucking point, you gotta stand fully. You gotta realize that, yo, Daddy Trump ain't the answer. These are basic starter fucking civilization waiting for the original source intelligence to step into their fucking planetary steward level mode. I'm not saying I'm him or that. I'm saying I'm here to fucking disturb you. One of you are. I know I am, but I ain't gonna, you know. You at least gotta understand there's unlimited potential. You at least gotta understand there ain't nothing you can't do. You're gonna also realize it's not so much about performance, it's about authenticity. Authenticity will cut. What do you think Michael's sword is, bro? Michael's sword is blue, bro. What do you think that shit cuts through, bro? That fucking... It can feel scary, right? But listen, that fourth hue is not escape, it's relationship. You see this whole fucking blue? I'm about to change the whole picture, please pay attention. You see this blue and the gold in the middle? This whole blue, the whole field. The field is intelligent. Remember, Uncle Corey, you keep saying it. I want you to pay attention then. When I say the field is intelligent, okay? You're the node in the field, but pay the fuck attention. That whole field I was talking about is now we're here. Whole bunch of Christos beings. What's up? What's up? Hello, mighty Lyrans. Whole bunch of ascended masters. How you doing? That blue would not be possible if you didn't have a galactic center. Don't make me go back in time to explain this. I'm moving on. Because now you can just rewind the video. Do you see it? We are talking about principles of organization. This is why I don't want my harmonic light being treated like hues, like pretty colors floating somewhere in the sky. We are literally talking about princes. Something that is royal, of organization. Gold is establishing. You establish yourself, so now you can network and distribute your intelligence because you're on your node. To think otherwise is bullshit. Having a relationship doesn't establish you. Having things don't establish you. And when connection happens between a center that has actually done their internal work, information can travel without immediately becoming corrupted by insecurity. Think about it. Imagine communication with everybody secretly fighting for dominance. Imagine a collaboration without somebody needing ownership over everybody else. Imagine leadership without worship. Imagine community without forced conformity. Imagine people capable of saying, I disagree with you, and still recognize your sovereignty. That's advanced as hell on this planet, because humanity has confused unity with sameness for very long time. Organic unity doesn't erase the distinction, it organizes distinction. That's the blue harmonic principle we have been building towards. That's the blue harmonics I just showed you a picture of. Harmonics. We're living in a harmonic universe, the different hues of humanity. Now, today's original message comes right back into the architecture. Why is the emotional body being worked so deeply? Why are old patterns surfacing? Why are some people crying without knowing exactly why? Why is relationships with the time changing? Why are old identities becoming uncomfortable? Why are the masculine and feminine principles being recalibrated? Why is the nervous system being asked to experience safety differently? Because increased connectivity requires increased capacity. If every connection activates your abandonment wound, you cannot maintain a network. If every disagreement becomes an identity crisis, well damn, you cannot maintain a network. If every fucking strong personality makes you surrender your center, you cannot maintain a network. If every criticism causes you to destroy yourself, you cannot maintain a network. This is why you had to go on your soldiering, because you're entering the celestial realm. If I'm still going to talk about this, I'm still going to cook. This picture right here, that's the soldiering you had to go on. Yellow brick road. Some of you carry that. Locked in. Phase locked in. And because of that, disagreements, you don't lose your identity. You don't lose yourself. Because of that, you're going to be able to stabilize a network. And if every strong personality makes you surrender your center, you're not going to be able to. That's something we all had to develop. Fucking kept swimming, kept going. So the living light isn't simply increasing your power. It is increasing your capacity to remain coherent. While power moves through you, there's a huge ass difference. Some of the purging is actually making room for responsibility. Yes. Because you're about to respond bong bong on that ass. Okay? And nobody likes this part, but I don't care. Hello, I enjoy it. Watch them squirm while we cook real quick. Ready? Everybody wants activation. They want the crown. They want downloads. Give me the codes. Everybody wants to be the chosen one until somebody says, cool. Now can you remain emotionally mature while carrying influence? And that is a different conversation. Can you be powerful without becoming arrogant? Can you be visible without becoming addicted to attention? Can you have authority without needing submission? This is important, family. You're the light of the fucking world. Do you hear me? I'm talking to Superman, Superwoman. I'm talking to... Can you have authority without needing submission? Can you be intuitive without assuming every thought is prophecy? Can you recognize opposition without making opposition the center of your identity? This is the solar return you guys went on. Can you recognize your gifts without needing everybody else to be beneath you? Can you be loved without possessing? Damn. Can you lead without controlling? Damn. Can you receive without immediately feeling indebted? This is some real shit. These are kind of like, you have to live it. Can you leave without destroying everything on the way out? Can you stay when staying is actually required? That's mastery, not fireworks, but fucking capacity. There's that word. Capricorn, capacity. And yes, the field is issuing receipts. That field I just showed you in the fucking harmonic fields, it's intelligent. It's a different layer of intelligence. And because while the internal restructuring is happening as we speak, even Saturn's in retrograde, I believe, as well. Random, but check it. It's judgment. More of a measurement. That means consequences are happening too, and judgment is not always lightning coming out of the fucking sky. Sometimes judgment is simply reality becoming accurate. That's enough. People are being shown what their decisions built. Structures are being shown what they actually can contain. Relationships are being shown what they were really founded upon. Leaders are being shown whether people followed their authority or merely feared their position. Families are being shown what happens when the person carrying half the emotional weight finally puts the fucking bags down. Organizations are being shown what happens when the invincible stabilizer stops compensating for dysfunction, and you are being shown. You are being recognized. You listening right now. This isn't judgment only for the oppositions. This is good judgment is arriving as well. Accurate recognition. You are being seen in your wholeness. Like being recognized. Like someone sees you and damn, they see all of you. Like, damn, you are wrapped in love and light. And you're getting accurate placement. You're going to get accurate relationships, accurate opportunities, boundaries, accurate understanding of your own value. Some people are receiving the consequences of distortion, and some people are receiving the consequences of devotion. Both are fucking receipts. Because the field remembers what was built in private. That's why I keep telling you, don't get hypnotized by the appearance right now. Some structures look beautiful because the bill hasn't arrived yet. Some people look behind because the harvest hasn't even arrived yet. You cannot judge architecture during construction. Some of you have spent years working on things nobody could see, learning emotional regulations, walking away from environments that rewarded your dysfunction, healing family patterns and rebuilding confidence, learning discipline, sitting in uncomfortable silence, getting yourself together, literally, learning your body, learning the craft, learning how to listen and how to speak, learning how to stop chasing, stop proving, to remain kind without becoming available for bullshit. And you know what? Some of that doesn't always photograph well, and it is what it is. Even that's development. There's not always an applause. But eventually, private architecture becomes public reality. And that's when people say, where the hell did that come from? Oh, it came from Tuesday night 3 years ago when you wanted to quit and didn't. That's where the fuck that came from. It came from every time you chose integrity when nobody was watching. It came from every boundary that cost you company. It came from every season where the external world looked quiet, while the internal world was undergoing a fucking construction. The field has receipts for that too. This is why your authority feels different now. The old authority, the old Arthur, needed a witness. Can I get a witness? This new authority doesn't. The old authority would announce itself. This new authority enters the room. Doesn't say a word, but organizes the structure in its own state. The old authority needed to control. This new authority carries coherence. Old authority said, "Do you know who I am?" The new authority knows, and that's enough. Some of you are discovering a level of internal establishment that feels almost strange because you have accustomed to urgency. Used to rush to answer, rush to defend yourself, rush to correct the story, rush to show receipts, rush to explain your intentions, rush to prove you weren't crazy, rush to make the move. Listen, because this is a whole signal of a signature that changed. A rush to secure the opportunity, rush to tell everybody what is happening. Now you're sitting there and you're centered and you're watching. You're breathing. Moving when movement is actually required. And in that quietness, it's so powerful. And that's because the environment no longer has direct access to your controls. Your station is secure. The galactic center is not something you keep chasing. This is the gold, the yellow galactic center. The center holds, and the universe can move around it. That is maturity. Not trying to freeze reality, not trying to control every person, not demanding that nothing unexpected happened. You become sufficiently established internally that movement around you does not automatically become movement inside you. That, my friend, is the solar return. That's homecoming. Not returning to the same geographic location, but returning to your own organizing principles, your inner sanctum, your solar embryo, your station, your center node of intelligence. And once that center becomes established, let's go, the external environment starts receiving a different signal from you. And let me tell you, the fucking earth angels are walking the fucking streets again. Blow the fucking trumpets. Now we're getting kinetic. They are alive, moving, mastered the quantum time-space continuum. Built the pillars, the living pillars. The fucking earth angels are walking the fucking streets again. A lot of you are hermits. Emotionally, spiritually, creativity, and socially. There was a purpose in it. You needed to know yourself without everyone else's fucking noise. But earth angels eventually have to touch Earth. 1133, let's go. Planetary stewards eventually have to walk the planet. So walk your neighborhood, walk your cities. Oh, we about to stomp. But listen, bro, you are a disturbance because you have organized the molecular structure and terra nova and crystallized. Listen, walk your city. Go sit near that tree. Let the sunlight touch your skin. Look at the architecture around you. Notice the people, the birds. Because embodiment isn't abstract metaphysical exercise. Your legs are part of the spiritual technology too. Movement changes the state. You know what? With more flow and movement, you can serve a lot. Stays in motion. Ooh, sustainable regenesis. Movement changes the state. Walking changes circulation. Sunlight changes the biology. Environment provides the information. Let me just say this. Every time you walk through your city while maintaining coherence, do you understand what the fuck that means? Movement without losing center. That took a development. Proud of yourself. That took a whole lesson. And damn, the sun will follow you. This is not a metaphor. You aren't walking outside screaming, everybody look, I'm activated. Please don't. You just have to walk. Think I'm playing, I'm not. You speed up the molecular structure. You organize. Zoom, 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 zoom. That's it. You just walk, laugh, be you, create. Buy your groceries, whatever the fuck you like to do. Speak kindly to somebody. Handle your business. Take care. And as you're living and growing, coherence is becoming ordinary, and that is when embodiment gets extremely powerful. When the sacred no longer requires a theater, and when heaven doesn't need a special effects. Ooh, welcome, Eagle Eye. When your spirituality can survive the grocery store. When your mastery can survive somebody cutting you off in traffic. When your inner authority can survive somebody misunderstanding you. When your love can survive boundaries. When your power can survive gentleness. That's a fucking establishment. You guys have established yourself. And you understand the emotional wave is not here to destroy the structure. And as we continue toward the lunar side of this eclipse corridor, this is the eclipse season, this is where the portals, all that shit be pop, pop, pop. Listen, remember this. The emotional body may continue speaking. Let it. Let it. You may have a strange day. Let it be strange. You may wake up powerful and feel fucking tender 3 hours later. Okay. You suddenly remember something. Okay, you may not need more sleep, take it if you do, but you may feel inspired as hell one day and quiet the next. That's okay. The mature nervous system does not turn every fluctuation into some type of catastrophic event. This is information. Do you understand? Some of you do. Some of you look at shadow as information. You look at trauma as information. Do you understand how, like, damn, that's so healthy, it's cold, bro. It's so true. Anyways, you may need more sleep than take it, but listen, you're able to regulate yourself. That's what fucking... Listen, water moves. That's what water does. The goal was never to become emotionally flat. The goal was to become structurally capable of allowing movement without losing yourself inside of it. That is completely different. You could have been a bitter bitch. It's so easy to be a bitter bitch. But you're able to have flow. Water still moves. Look at you. Ooh-wee. You're structurally capable. You understand? You are capable. That is completely different. A strong bridge doesn't stop the river. It knows how to stand over moving water. Ooh-wee. You knew how to stand over moving water? Let the feminine move without flooding the temple. Let them go. Let them cook. 12244. Feel, receive, listen, rest, grieve, love, create, open, but don't abandon your discernment. Let the masculine hold without imprisoning the feminine. Create structure, protect and decide. Act, build, maintain, but don't become rigid. This is the marriage. Don't masculine domination, feminine domination, but both should be coherence. The heart is the meeting place. The internal sun provides the orientation. The emotional waters prove information. The body proves the grounding. The mind proves the discernment. The voice provides transmissions. Now the human instrument starts behaving like an integrated system. And suddenly those downloads aren't just exciting ideas. They have become architecture. Those that have been with me for a while know what these words mean. They know. Your voice changes when your internal world stops contradicting it. This is why your full-on expression is important. Not just walking. I would say Mary Poppins that shit. Put your headphones on and start singing. Get on your bike. Start singing. A lot of us are speaking different. We're writing different, creating, teaching, and it's okay. Leading different. Not because somebody handed you a new script, but it's because literally static has decreased. When your mind says one thing and your heart says another, your body says another, trauma, mama, social, family, fear, all these voices, that's called fragmentation. But through the integration, you created what was called resonance. Suddenly, when you say something, you actually are behind the words. There's something there. You can tell when someone has something behind their words. They can feel it. Behind the eyes, you can feel that too. Alyssa, she said, I do. Come on. That, my friend, is what changes the communication. People can feel when somebody is speaking from something they have actually embodied. And it's not because they're louder, but because it's less contradiction in the signal. And Mercury, Jupiter energy gave us another clue. Think bigger. Oh, you're so big? Think bigger. Damn. Can you think bigger? Can you think bigger than your circumstance? Can you think bigger than that thought you thunk bigger? Whatever. Can you speak wider? My point is, can the mind expand? But don't confuse expansion with exaggeration. That's important during this corridor, where imagination is extremely active. Dream. Absolutely. Fucking Pisces in the house. We got a Pisces here. Jen. Dream. Absolutely. Create. Absolutely. Explore. Saggy. All day. But also stay grounded enough to distinguish intuition from anxiety. Possibility from fantasy. Symbol from fact. Inspiration from impulse. Because the higher the voltage becomes, the more important discernment becomes. That's why I say, all this power without intelligence, what's the point? What's the point? A powerful imagination with no grounding can create confusion. A powerful imagination with grounding, that builds worlds. Some of us are here to do such things. You're literally architects, world bridgers, world builders. And some of you, world builders. That's why you're being taught precision. Precision is everything. Otherwise, what the fuck? Some of us are like, if it ain't the truth, I don't want it, bro. When you start getting like that, bro, because you understand as a builder, I'm not fucking building shit if I don't got the right shit. If I don't got the truth, I need to know. Once I know, we building from that knowing. Okay? You're building from that galactic center. Someone says, oh, we gotta build it, and they're not giving you the dimensions, the time, the space. You're like, hold on, I need more information. I'm not moving in. That's maturity. That's not, ooh, quick impulse. That's not, ooh, I gotta fucking force myself in a cycle. No, that's being able to fucking hold space, sustain, have wisdom. The new earth builders, not just believers. This is where the language has become very practical, where what are we building? What the fuck are we organizing? And what are we creating? What systems are better because we touched them? 1144. What businesses, what communities, what art, what music? Hello? Because New Earth cannot remain somewhere we spiritually are moving to. Because the New Earth cannot remain somewhere we're spiritually moving to. At some fucking point, somebody has to build the fucking thing. And if you are the planetary steward, which you are, that's you, hello, not alone. That's the point. You're the center point in this network. The node to another node, hello. Skill to skill, discipline to discipline, heart to heart. Each one of us carry different pieces of intel. And it's beginning to recognize each other where the work intersects. That is how civilizations are changed. Rainbow. This is where the organic timeline becomes collective. Damn. All that to say this. Damn. The organic timeline isn't everybody making the exact same choice. That's weird. That's clone. That's clone type of thinking. You're meant to be your highest version. That's where the power is at. That's where the influence is at. That's where the juice is at. That's where the solar drip. They used to look at fucking the Musketeers and shit. Back in the day, people would want to be a knight. A knight was something to want to be. Standing up, being a protector. I see a lot of blue. I think of the Musketeers. And all of a sudden, the spirit of that, to be a knight, disappear because The Pope took over. The Redcoats. Sound familiar? But there was 3 musketeers left. And they were left protecting the king, the template, the temple, the king. This shit deep, bro. I won't keep cooking, but it's the story of the musketeers. A lot of you are the musketeers. Yeah, the OG big steppers. There was 3 central nodes left, the centers. Oh my God, look at you guys. Yes, you guys really pulling through. She put the number 3. Yeah, the first harmonics. That's crazy. Christ consciousness, the king, because the Pope took over. Hold on, this is deeper than it sounds. Took over, but there was still 3 kings, 3 musketeers that were protecting the king. Anyways, I don't even know why we're on that. Oh, because we're on Blue, bro. It used to be honorable to be a knight. You know what I mean? Like, people were like, oh my God. She said D'Artagnan here. Ah, shizzle. Let's go. Coherence is 3. The field is the boar is burved because of the 3. Katrina said 6. This is where the organic timeline becomes collective. I'm gonna be real with you. The realest shit. If we ever were to go out, all of us, on a trip, right? That version of you, that if you were dressed up nice, you'd want someone else to be dressed up nice. That relational intelligence, that is the blue hue that we're talking about. I'm trying to... There's power in you and your fullness. It's not one leader giving humanity a universal fucking script. It's coherent people in general making increasingly coherent choices, and those choices begin to connect. One person heals enough to raise their child differently. Another builds a company. Another makes music that gives courage. When you express the blue flame, that's literally the spirit of what people are calling Archangel Michael. That authenticity is like a sword that cuts through distortions. What the fuck you think happens when you go walking around your city organized with your cellular structure crystalline? Pang with the source intelligence, with your head standing up. They thought you would be a toothless prostitute under a bridge somewhere. Fuck out of here. Still standing like a fucking central node of intelligence you are, baby. And now because of that, the field is rewriting what your body can hold. This grid, do you understand? One carries for the elder, one protects the community. Another makes people laugh when everything feels heavy, and another simply becomes the first person in the family to stop passing the wound forward. Do you understand? That's the grid too. Living people, living choices, living relationships, living intelligence. The crystalline network isn't meaningful if it never changes how we treat each other. And that is why the lion had to learn humility. Heart, courage, visibility, creativity, sovereignty. But the immature lion needs the entire kingdom looking at him. The mature lion understands that the kingdom needs him looking after it. That's the transition. When you realize the king don't have an identity. When it's not about me, me, me. But how can I serve the body? the body, the space, the field, the circuit board, the circle. How can I steward? How can I move? How can I show up in my fullness? How can I? The mature lion understands that the kingdom needs him looking after it. That's the transition from attention to stewardship, from recognition to responsibility, from performance to presence, from look how bright I am to what can my light actually illuminate. That is the authentic leadership that a lot of you are. You are. And some of you are moving into it right now. Not because you're perfect, but because you finally became stable enough to carry influence without immediately making everything about yourself. That's deep. Without identifying and losing your center, your galactic center, without you're able to stay galactic, non-local, etheric, and look at it as information. That's a level of development, bruh. Your fire is no longer only a survival response. Damn. You've learned, Superman, how to not fucking shoot lasers out your fucking eyes. Okay? Nah, but for real, remember where we ended before. Your fire changed jobs. For years, it protected you. It kept you moving. It made you fight. It made you rebuild. It kept some of you alive through seasons where softness didn't feel safe. So honor that fire, but don't force it to remain a weapon forever. Because fire cooks, warms, and illuminates. Fire gathers the community. Fire transforms matter. Sends signals across distance. It can become civilization. Your nervous system is learning that power doesn't always require combat. Your strength can create now. Your vigilance can become discernment. Your anger can become boundaries. Your grief can become depth. Damn, that's real right there for me. Your solitude can become self-knowledge. And your survival intelligence can become leadership. Nothing was wasted. The material is being repurposed. That's why the future feels closer. Some of you can feel something approaching, not necessarily one event, not necessarily some dramatic, giant moment, but possibility in general. That's what you're feeling, possibility. Your future has more available pathways. That's why we're holding space and not being so quick to jump in that space and create cycles. And that space, what space, Corey? That field. The omega field, the distance between a paradigm and this paradigm. You have more availability now that you're not so survival responsive. All that energy that was wasted on being super hyper vigilant. Pathways are now open. You're not no longer spending all your fucking energy maintaining structures that you have clearly outgrown. I mean, clearly. That's why curiosity matters now. It's okay to explore, learn, create, move. Try something. Sometimes the doorway doesn't appear as a prophecy. Sometimes it's, that looks interesting. And then you follow that. The soul doesn't always scream. Sometimes it gets curious. There's times I'm riding on my bike and I feel dark energy and it says go left. I go left and I go down that dark alley. Next thing you know, the sun is following me. The clouds split. I'm over here smiling. I'm literally looking like the character on Saw, bro. Looking like Joker. That's how distorted life gets. The angels are on the field, bro. We coming outside, bro. These vamps, these parasites, bro. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. But before the next room opens, finish cleaning this one. Yes, sir. There are still things leaving. Let them. Don't drag expired identities across the threshold because they have sentimental value. Don't go on and resurrect a relationship because your silence made you uncomfortable. Don't be so quick to flood that space in. Relax. The universe is creating around your center. Don't go fucking searching for old chaos because peace doesn't provide the same adrenaline. Damn. She said omnistood. I like that. That shit. It's like, boom. She said I omnistood. That's next level. That one is important. Don't go searching for old chaos because you're looking for some type of feeling, bro. Because you can't self-erect yourself. You're basically dead. Some nervous systems become so accustomed to instability. Instability initially feels like boredom. Don't sabotage the quiet. Learn it. Learn what your body feels like without an emergency. And it's easier said than done, especially with things heating up. Learn what love feels like without confusion. Learn what creativity feels like without proving something. And learn what ambition feels like without self-hating driving. Learn what power feels like without an enemy. That's a new one too. That's a new territory. You're learning how to sustain it, how to hold it, the capacity. You're available. The universe can use you. And some people, listen, it is what it is. They may not understand the new you, and that's fucking okay. But this new version that they had access to, that old reactive version, that over-explaining version, that recursing version, that rushing, the version who answered immediately, that version who felt guilty, the version who could be pulled off centered by somebody else's emergency, and you know that's true. Even your fucking breathing changes, bro. Some of you be shape-shifted. You have to. They try to make you conform in like your spine and shit. Your even breathing changes. They put you in this frenzy. The one of you that felt that version of you that felt guilty. The version that couldn't be pulled off center, or that kept being pulled off center, off your signal. That's how you get distorted. That's how you get dis-ease. Those access fucking codes are expired. They are no more. But I'm still gonna talk about it. Why? Because it's my fucking purpose. And sometimes people call your evolution different because the old relationships depended upon remaining dysregulated. It requires you to crash out and self-destruct. Now you're able to fucking remain centered. You don't fight it. You're not here to prove. Let reality educate everybody, and you remain centered. Wow. Because the strongest judgment arriving in the season may simply be accurate placement. Who belongs where, and what belongs where? What continues, what completes? What receives access and what doesn't? What gets to build and what gets dismantled? There's no need for the theatrics. I'm here for the planetary stewards, and you need to hold your station. A lot of you already are. I'm still going to cook. We're still inside the corridor. Be patient. So don't rush the conclusion. Don't go dig up the seed every morning asking why it hasn't become a tree. The field, again, is reorganizing. It's intelligent. The womb is intelligent. Poseidon. Can I get some trident emojis up in here? Can I get some trident? And I need to get my water. Let's play some music. Oh, we're gonna play this one. I can't remember the name of this. But young Neptune is a planetary harmonic archetype. It's not a person. It's a symbol.
The oceans awake.
And the words echo.
The ocean chose you.
Yeah, get your water.
I'm coming.
Yeah, gang, gang. Woo, woo.
Roundin', I said, ooh, let's get it now. Beautiful cherubims at the end of the book on the cloud. You ever went to the club with a Ronin, it's 30 good Trojan? Scream with a gift to God's chosen. Awaken the dead, the young Neptune. As you rise up out the ocean. Let's get it now, higher, your heart activated. Keep going, 999, the love potion. Steady coasting. High rise states of emotions. Yeah, we take a melting gaps around the heart that we're frozen. Divine architect, and we back again. New updates, new earth being coded. Damn, life's so bright, showing baby, keep going. Yeah, big stepping out the crowd. Our season, you know it, cause you better. You go, baby, yes. Divine anointing, I know I disturb you. Just wanna feel good and stay cozy. I don't give a damn anymore. Most deaf, blind, dumb, you don't even know me. So show me something different. If not, leave rolling, focused on my purpose. Surface, yes, you're worth it. Like, oh my god, oh so perfect. Awaken the dragon. Rounding, saying, ooh, let's get it now. Beautiful cherubims that dance to the foot on the cloud. You ever went to the club? The Ronin is 30, the Trojan. The spring with a gift to the gods. Chosen, awaken the.
Yo, I did not even want to play that song. Hold on. I gotta find it now. I was trying to play Rise Young Neptune. Hold on. We here. It's one of these. I don't know. I gotta figure this out.
This is my mission.
Ronin.
That's ain't
Nothing
nothing.
can stop.
Deep breathing, high voltage, listen, keep it camera rolling, ascend it live, etheric, hot tides, feel the energy flowing, ocean in motion, what's it mean to be chosen, listen, beyond reason, just listen, damn, keep on breathing, alignment, new earth, planetary steward, leading,
Oh, found it. See, I told you. Young Neptune. This is what I thought it was initially, guys. Let's go. Hey. Planetary stewards, hold your stage at. Don't rush.
Neptune rising, yeah, bounce, feel that wave. Neptune rising, yeah, we riding brave.
As we travel through space.
Neptune rising, oh, big step, a master of the sea. Let goes go out, echo repeat. Get to the gods, I will supersede. Planetary stewards, guardians, I'm a freaking freak on oh, big step, a master of the sea. Let goes go out, echo repeat. Get to the gods, I will supersede. Planetary stewards, guardians, I'm a freaking freak on ancient to rise, divine will, kingdom come. Ring that tune, rising up, power burning, central sun, tides bending, galaxies listening. When I sing the ocean, submitting, oceanic aura, about to meet long awaited divine supreme. Happy force, water king, rain eternal, tidal swing.
That's the field. See the water? That's the field. Let's go. I'm on my way.
Mortal currents riding with dolphins, sound shaping. They telling me go nova. Yes, baby, I'm on my way. Shake the frame, shake the cage, shake and rush, splash back tidal waves, subsiding supersonic, see phasing, breaking the matrix into greatness. It's amazing, beautiful, etheric sounds of orchids light 'em up. Sound wave, you can hear 'em now. Lift the veil,
Like, damn! Towers down. But like, I thought he was playing at first. I think he might be serious. Oh shit. Oh, big sapphire. Light goes, echo.
I will supersede. Planetary stewards, guardians, I'm a freaking freak on over. Oh, big step, a master of the sea. Light goes go out, echo repeat. Get to the gods,
I will supersede. Planetary steward, guardians. Young Neptune. Central Sun. Gang. Free again. I'll keep loving you.
Before the throne, there was the journey. Now Young Neptune is here.
If people feel influenced by you, that's real leadership. Not someone that makes you subscribe and now they become dependent, but someone that influences you to be better. Wow. Because, you know, can't capitalize that, bro. People are going to pay you to walk the city, bro. They're going to pay you to talk. They're going to value you. They're going to be like, bro, that's when you start living as a living source, intelligent node in alignment. And your authenticity and what that means for you. You could be a ballerina. Go be a ballerina. The distance between the state of being who you are and that sexy ass ballerina is not performance. Do you understand that? It's a state of being. Time is the distance between two states of beings, bro. You can make it collapse. I don't know where I just went, but we went there. We went there, and now we back. All right, come on, we gotta get back. Lock in. Planetary stewards, hold your fucking station. By now, if you've been following me for more than fucking 3 videos, you know about the galactic center within you. You do not need to dig up the seed every day, every damn morning to see if it's becoming a tree. The field is intelligent and is reorganizing. The emotional body is releasing. So the physical environment is asking for order. The imagination is widening. The heart is becoming more available. The nervous system is learning another definition of safety. The internal masculine and feminine, the currents, are learning to cooperate. They're working together. So the golden center is stabilizing. Yeah, big deal. The blue harmonic is strengthening between the compatible nodes. And the living light is continuing to press information through every structure that is capable of receiving it. You don't need to force this next chapter. Hold your station while it is arriving. Beautiful soul star majesties, you have done enough surviving to know you can survive. That question has been answered. Now life is asking something more interesting. Can you live? Can you enjoy what you built? Can you allow the beauty? Can you create without pain being the fuel? Damn. Can you receive love without interrogating it? Can you experience peace without waiting for the next explosion? Can you walk through your city without feeling like you're running from your past? Can you become curious about your future? Can you let yourself be seen without performing? Can you hold power without gripping it? Can you stand in authority without needing anybody beneath you? And can you participate in network without abandoning the center? Say what you will, this is what's being revealed. It's being revealed. Okay? This corridor ain't out your ass a magical, mystical, exact character. No. Your character took development. And it's being revealed. You're on some next type level mastery, and you're not here to escape. That you have embodied. You have done embodiment. And if another wave comes, let it move. If another memory rises, meet it. If you need to fucking cry, baby, let's cry, which it will, and it will move. Remember, family, say it with me. Life is beautiful. Life is good. And I am home. Ashe, go Nova, Star Commander. Out. Love you guys. Thinking when I'm with you, Stella. It's in yeah. So much love. Wheelchair rowboat. Sitting on the cloud. Look at us now. Stella, in my way back to us. Proud of yourself, damn.
Purpose, cosmic range, bang
about to go major.
Born in the vibe, I was born in a major. Death to the critics, gone delayed on. Tonight I'm changing it up, changing the scene. Child of the rose, red rose, the crystalline, beautiful
butterfly.
Beloved angelic beings.
Wake up. Allow yourself to be introduced to the world. You're a whole new person. Your face ain't stressed. You're not stressed. Bang, go turn it up.
Let's be for real, I and us fracture out, self multiplied.
Love can't be quantified. Now local part of something greater.
Stand up, mighty liberate, I feel like I'm flying. So retrieval and now my own soul is shining. Mighty liberate, I feel like I'm flying. So retrieval and now my own soul is shining.
There's this feeling I get when I'm with you, Stella. Be proud of yourself. I'm so happy, bro. The whole crew here. We're building that blue fucking hue. We're building that, the fourth harmonics with the living nodes, the living signal. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. You know what it is? Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. I'm not good at goodbyes, guys, but oh my god.
Enter the Quantum Monthly Report, a multidimensional transmission to the cycles of the cosmos and align with the codes and activate your inner architect.
Damn, die.
This is the weekly report,
what?
continuous flow of energy, alignment, and alive activations. Tap into the currents, move with the rhythm, and step into the field. Stay connected, stay aligned, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, much love, yo, we here. Big steppers. Yeah, we on the field now.
Thank you for receiving this transmission, Soul Star Majesties. If your heart is moved to support this mission, come on. Support the mission. Love offerings, Ashe. Much gratitude.
Galactic centers. dingy ding. I can't wait for that part. Ah. Yo, so this is the ones that be staying to the end like this. Yo, we here though.
Like the video. Subscribe. Hit the ring
Hit the ring a ding. Keep fucking going. Let's go. Go Nova! Go Nova.